everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Fights team match here at Mayhem at the Multiplex 4. There have been 4 of these things. And we are here at the end of the tournament to see the tournament winners, Wookiee Mistake, take on the Knights of Ren. And here to call the match with me is Thomas Scully. Scully, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Maggie. Thanks. Yeah, this is going to be, look, this is a rematch of what we ended teams with last year. That was an incredibly tight match. I believe that might have been the tightest match Ren has ever been in a 5-round setting. So Wookiee has been really the one team that's made them sweat through all 5 rounds. This has been a very anticipated rematch. Everything that's been said about these teams has already been said, so I think we just got to go right into the promos and see how they feel.
I agree. Let's hear from the competitors now.
At one point in time, you guys are considered an unlikely 16 seed, and now you're a 2-time tournament winner. To me, y'all are by far the most deserving players in this division that have yet to hold a title. And I think it's evident in your attitude towards the game and the amount of time and effort you guys put into studying and prepping for these matches. I mean, you learn from your mistakes. You actually push yourself to course correct. Now, you guys have been here before, so that part of the pressure is off. Knights of Ren are a great team, but I know you guys are more than ready to take them down. How you feel?
I feel good. I feel better than we did for the last one, because here's the difference. Last time, I think the deep cuts round was what caught us out a little bit. We lost a couple of points there that we maybe shouldn't have lost. Now we know what's coming up in the deep cuts round. We've been able to prepare for that entire round. And secondly, David and I have both seen a lot more Fandom movies than we had when we went into this last title. We took them to the wire. We took them close then, and now we know a lot more than we did back then. Feel good, and they have been one of the most dominant teams Fandom has ever seen. But everybody falls sometime. Maybe it'll be this time.
I agree with you. I think we are better than last time. But here's the thing: with these teams, they also have the same time to study and to watch more and more movies. So I don't think I am happy with our last performance. I hope to do better today. But as I said in our last match, just getting here and play Ren is an accomplishment on its own. I think we showed that we are not a fluke of a run. So I think we did what we had to do to establish ourselves as a top team in the division. Now, if we lose the championship match, we will have lost to the best team in the division. So let's just, as every single one, play our game one question at a time, one round at a time, and let's see what happens. And good luck to them.
Manners maketh man.
That was cute. That was real cute. I'm glad the Criterion Collection's back. Like, this is really good. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I finally understand the negotiation of getting you guys into the Kingspin. It was basically Coho, stay the fuck away from my teams, and Thomas still manages everybody. So yeah, we played this team before. They're a good team. They probably took, some teams would say they took us closer because, circumstances, and they got to bet and we were betting 0. But this team was really good last time we played them. But it's correct. I'm glad you started watching Fandom films. That's required to win. But the difference is, so did we, and we kept watching Fandom films, and we know more than we did before. New categories have entered, and we're still probably better at those than you. So yeah, this should be a fun match. We're at Mayhem again. We're defending the titles, and this is not one of the best teams. That was very insulting for you to say. This is the best team. We pretty much have all the records. It's our thing. So, by the way, when you're casting your ballots this year, don't vote for Coho for Manager of the Year. Vote for Thomas Eanes, because he has done more work than Coho this entire season. How are you two feeling?
Tim's muted, right?
I am muted, yeah.
Okay.
The most that Coho has done to help Wookiee Mistake is let Wookiee Mistake stomp him in teams. That is the most that Coho has done to help this team. I like Wookiee Mistake. Nice people. If they win, very deserving. I'd be very happy to see them win the belts because they're a very good team, and they deserve it. But I also just like winning, so there's that.
I feel like we could be playing a team of Ricky Gervais and Tina Fey, and our promo would still be shitting on Coho. So
that's a fact.
All right, Scully, those were promos and they were sizzling. What'd you think?
Yeah, those were some promos. Wookiee, taking the high road a little bit, showing a lot of respect to Knights of Ren. But they're ready, they're hungry. And then on the other side, no matter who's playing across from Cody or Tim or Tuig, Koho will still get shit on. That's one of the 3 rules of life: death, taxes, and Koho get shit on.
It's legally required, I think.
Yep.
All right, so let us get into round number 1. Let me reorganize people because I have no chill. All right, so round 1 is going to work like this. There are going to be 10 questions from the different realms of fandom fights. If you get all 10 questions correct, you will get a bonus question. There are 3 repeats and... Right, 3 repeats, or is it 4 for title matches? 4 for title matches, 4 repeats, and a challenge rule. I think that's it for round number 1. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, Scully, do you want to give them their first question in round number 1?
I will be glad to. All right, guys, your first question is going to come in the category of the Wizarding World. While being checked by customs in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Newt flips a switch on his suitcase that reads what? I like this movie. I don't love it, but I like it.
It could be worse. It could be Crimes of Grindelwald.
If it were a standalone movie, I think it would be a lot better.
That's fair. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, we'll start with Tim.
Muggle worthy.
All right, and Nick.
Muggle worthy.
I guess I could have rotated that. Joe.
Muggle-worthy.
And David.
I didn't have that.
Muggle-worthy is correct. All right, guys, your next question comes in the category of Planet of the Apes. What is the only word said by Lisa in Conquest of the Planet of the Apes? I forget which one this is, if I'm being completely honest. The last 3 in the series really bleed together.
They do a really good job of making it feel like the same film when it's really, they're really very different films.
Yeah. All right. 5, 4, 2, 1. Everyone looks ready. All right. We'll start with David.
No.
And Nick.
No.
And Joe.
Nick, if you're going to pretend to write on your board, you should take the lid off your pen. No.
Yikes. And Tim.
No.
Okay. All right.
I was like, why are you doing this?
It was more than me.
It's the classic Nick Tuig move, folks. All right, guys, your next question is going to come in the category of Marvel. These are films, of course, outside the MCU. Who plays Katie, Dave's girlfriend, in Kick-Ass?
I'm a fan of this movie. I
movie.
rewatched it recently, and it's pretty good.
This movie kicks ass.
You could say that. You could say that.
Yeah.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right. We'll start with Joe.
Lindsay Fonesca.
All right. And Nick.
If that's right, I got the first name, which is a shock to me. But Lindsay Strom.
All right. David.
I didn't have.
And Tim.
No.
Joe is correct. It was
Nice.
Hold on.
Is it Fonseca?
It's Fonseca, not Fonseca.
Fonseca.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
All right. You're right. I wasn't looking at the answer.
I'm
My
sorry,
bad.
Joe.
All right. So sorry. Thank you, Scully. All right.
Yeah.
So that leaves
So
us.
no one
still...
gets any point.
Yep. No one gets any points. We're at 4-3, correct? Or is it 4-4?
Yeah. 4-3.
4-3.
In favor
All
of Knights
cool.
of Ren.
All right. Sorry about that. Let's get into the next question of round number 1. Comes in the category of Worlds of DC. What Worlds of DC movie features the following characters? Simon Stagg, Asteria, and Baba Hidi. Hidi. Baba Hidi.
Hidi, I believe.
Hidi. There's pronunciation there, and I still didn't say it right.
Yeah. With most of these films, if I pronounce something wrong, my furniture starts to float in the air. So, side effect of that.
Yeah, that would be a problem. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, we'll start with Tim.
Wonder Woman 1984.
All right. And Joe?
Wonder Woman, 1984.
Nick?
Movie sucks. Wonder Woman 1984.
You're not wrong. And David?
Wait, that Wonder Woman 1980.
You know, Nick, I'm happy to agree with you on the Mission Impossible 2 thing, but your comments on Superman the movie hurt me.
That's fair. My apologies.
All right.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys, your next question. We're going to transition from Worlds of DC to just DC. What is the name of Sharon Stone's character in Catwoman? And we can just take first name, or if you want to include first name, last name, that's fine.
If you want to show off, it's fine. We'll be flexible. We'll allow it.
If anyone in here names all 7 dwarves, you're immediately booted from the call.
Yeah, that's the only triggering thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with David.
Boo. I know it's Boo Line or something. So.
And Tim.
Total guess. Claire.
Joe.
Laurel. I was going to say Hedare, but it's title match.
And Nick.
Laurel, I was going to say Hedare, and I did.
Fair.
Of course you did. All right, so
I'm
Joe
taking
and
no
Nick
risks.
getting the point there. I believe. Oh no,
now
Nick is not.
7,
Everyone
yeah,
missed
believe-
that one question, which makes our lives easier.
Yeah, it is
All right.
7-6 in favor of Knights of Ren.
That is what I have. All right, your next category in round number 1 is YA dystopia. In the Scorch trials, which Glader is infected and left behind to kill himself to prevent his transformation?
Bit of a hot take, but I think this one is my favorite of the 3, just barely.
That's fair. I've only seen it once, so I honestly couldn't tell you.
I think like the last 30 minutes are incredibly good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Nick.
Winston.
All right, and Joe.
Winston.
Tim.
Winston.
And David.
Winston.
And a clean sweep on that one. Winston
Another
is
clean sweep.
correct.
All right, guys, your next question is in the category of Mission Impossible. In Mission Impossible Fallout, what codename did the extremist reveal to be August Walker go by? And I have been told this is a spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the film. But if you haven't seen the film, what the hell are you doing?
Fair. That is a fair comment. I just thought I'd put it in there just to warn you,
I saw this actually in the theaters when there were 2 people in the theater. It was like one of the best experiences I've ever had in the theaters.
I believe it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with David.
This is from a different one. Max.
All right. And Tim.
John Lark.
And Joe.
John Lark.
And Nick.
John Lark.
John Lark is correct. So we have Ren up 11-9.
That's what I
I
have.
believe. Excellent. All right, and your next category is Pixar. As Robert would say, outside of the PCU, I think is his line.
Yeah.
In Inside Out, Mind employees often annoy people by making them remember a commercial jingle for what? I love this question.
Do you need the actual thing, or are you?
No,
looking
we'll
for
take a general answer.
Yeah, we'll take the
If
thing.
you would like
we
to
don't
show
need.
off and be correct,
No, because I don't want to.
If you want to
Messed
name all
up a
7
word.
dwarves, please go right ahead.
I already wrote it. I'm not erasing it.
I'll
Fine.
press the thing.
If you sing it, we're gonna take away the points.
That's what I did in my head.
That's true. All right, so let's start with Nick.
Triple dent gum.
All right, and David.
A bubble gum.
All right, and Tim
Gum.
and Joe.
Triple dent gum.
Nice, good clean sweep on that one.
Are we sure it's
All
a
right.
bubble gum? No, I'm just kidding.
You can go there if you want to, but
I'm
do not
kidding.
jump.
I'm kidding.
Your penultimate question. Your penultimate question is going to come in the category of the MCU. These are films inside the MCU. What is the name of the artificial intelligence leader of the Kree civilization in Captain Marvel?
I don't know if he broke up for anyone else, but could I get a technical repeat?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
What is the name of the artificial intelligence leader of Decreased Civilization in Captain Marvel?
Thank you.
Movie's aight.
Yeah, this movie's okay. I've seen it like kind of an annoying amount of times, I feel like.
Yeah.
I always fall asleep at the same part though.
My dad only likes this movie because of all the fighter jets.
That's fair. All right, pens down. Everyone looks ready. Let's start with Joe.
The Supreme Intelligence.
And Tim.
Supreme Intelligence.
David.
Having intelligence in the question felt weird. Supreme Intelligence.
All right. And Nick.
The Supreme Intelligence.
All right. Another clean sweep. And now for your last question in round number 1. Comes in the category of Disney live action, everyone's favorite category. Name one of the things Howard Hughes gives to Cliff at the end of The Rocketeer.
This movie slaps.
I saw it for the first time this year, and it was pretty good.
I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but it really surprised me.
If I remember, it was a little long, but I think that most things over 2 hours are a little long. So
Yeah, most things over 2
4,
hours you could say are like a bit
2.
long.
Yeah, that's fair. 1, pens
Repeat the
down.
question.
I don't think.
I think
I
that
don't
was
think
a
you got
little late,
Yeah.
buddy.
I
Sorry.
don't think you got it in time, David. I'm sorry.
Fine.
All right, so let's start with Nick.
I believe he gives him a plane.
All right, and Joe.
The Rocket Pack.
And Tim
I said jetpack.
and David.
I couldn't write it.
Okay, so I think the only one that's correct is Nick
Yeah,
with
2 again.
plane. We have a plane and a pack of gum as the
I was
answer.
going to say, God damn it.
All right.
That was a guess, so I'm not offended.
Okay. All right. You guys just had the same answer, so I was like, okay.
I mean,
I'm
that's
happy
the typical
they
guess
repeat-
for that
I'm
film.
happy the repeat didn't come out. I was going to write that. So.
All right, so that brings us to the end of round number 1, and we have Ren up 16 to Wookiees 13 as we head into round number 2. And round number 2 is going to work like this. I'm going to bring up the wheel, and there are 10 fandom categories, no spinners, and opponent's choice per the request of the champions. And each team is going to be able to spin once. If they like what they spin, they can keep it. If they don't like it, they can spin again. They're going to get 5 different questions, each question worth 2 points. They can also opt for multiple choice being worth only 1. And I am legally obligated to tell you, watch out. There is stealing available. All right, so the categories on the wheel today are Star Wars, James Bond, Middle-earth, horror icons, Disney live action, DC, DreamWorks, Wizarding World, Disney animation, and Marvel. So Knights of Ren are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or second? Do you need Cody to tell you what to do?
Joe, it's your lucky day. You get to go first.
All right, so we will bring in Thomas Eames then, and we will give that wheel a spin. It lands on James Bond. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
David, now, it's more me than you. Are you happy to keep it?
I mean, I trust you.
Cool, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, they're going to keep it. Give me 1 moment to do the technical thingies. And I will mute as Scully.
All right, guys. I will be giving you your questions in the category of James Bond. You guys ready? All right. Your first question, James Bond. In what Bond film does Bond first meet a Russian character in a bar while the song Stand By Your Man is being sung on stage?
Don't say anything. Okay. Yep, that's why.
GoldenEye, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Scully,
right.
make sure when you're done asking the question, you just mute off in StreamYard.
All right, guys. Your second question in James Bond. In Dr. No and the Spy Who Loved Me, By what real name is Q, the weapons expert, called?
Major Boothroyd. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. All right, your third question. In The Living Daylights, which country is Bond assigned to help General Koskov escape from?
Czechoslovakia. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. All right, your fourth question. In Casino Royale, what was the code word to get into the secure area of the airport that Bond receives via text?
Ellipsis. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your last question in James Bond. The character General Gogol, who appears in 6 Bond movies, is played by what actor?
Walter Gottel. Final answer.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
Walter Gottel. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points and the clean sweep. Bringing your total up to 23. Knights of Ren, no steals, so they're still at 16.
Yes, that was an impressive round 2. Joe and David, make sure you're muted in Skype. Cool. All right. I will bring back in the wheel. And Cody. All right. Nice.
Right now, Nick.
What?
Nothing. Sorry, I was talking to Nick.
Okay. This is your spin. Lands on DC. Would you like to keep that or spin in? Cody, you're muted. Oh, I guess they're talking in Skype.
We're going to keep it.
All right. That is cool. Let me remove the wheel. And Cody. And Scully, make sure you're muted. And I will be giving you the questions in BC. All right. Are you guys ready? All right. In Superman 3, what is the name of Lana Lane's creepy ex-boyfriend?
Brad, final answer.
I was muted. That is correct for 2 points. Sorry about that. All right. Your next question in DC. Who voices corrupt city official Arthur Reeves in Batman Mask of the Phantasm?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A. Hart Brockner, B. Ephraim Zimblast Jr., C. Bob Hastings, or D. Dick Miller. 5, 4, 3.
C, final answer.
C is incorrect. Wookiee mistake, your chance for a 1-point steal. Let me read the options again. A. Hart Brockner, B. Ephraim Zimblast Jr., C. Bob Hastings, or D. Dick Miller.
D, final answer.
Sorry. That's also incorrect. The correct answer was A, Hart Brockner. All right. Knights of Ren, your next question in DC. Call signs Highball and Sapphire reference characters from what DC movie?
Green Lantern, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your next question. In V for Vendetta, what is the name of the secret police who catch Evie out late at the start of the film?
Fingermen, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your last question in DC. In Teen Titans Go to the Movies, the Titans first confront Slade while he breaks into where?
Star Labs, final answer.
That is correct for another 2 points and the lead. All right. So now we head into round number 3, which is the filmography round. What happens is there are 3 questions. They're each worth 1 point, 2 points, and 3 points. Each team is going to get different questions at each point value. They're going to designate who's going to take the 1-pointer, who's going to take the 2-pointer, and then they can confer on the 3-pointer. Everyone has all 4 repeats left. Any questions before we get into round number 3?
No.
No? All right. And who is going to be taking which question for each team?
2.
And we need to pick a set too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Knights of Ren, would you like set 1 or 2?
I think we usually go 1. You want to just keep doing that?
Sure.
Oh wait,
Yep.
Cody wants to. Do you want to be brought in? Oh no.
No, he was saying go
He
1.
went 1.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. 1. We'll take set
Okay.
1.
So
And
set 1 for Ren.
Yep.
And who's taking it for? So David, you said you're taking the 2-pointer for you.
No, wait. Is the 1 point, 2 points, and 3 points?
yes.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the 1-pointer.
Okay.
You got it, man. You got it.
Tim, you want the 1?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need to decide right now.
We don't need to decide right now, but yeah.
All right. So we're gonna give Wookiee their questions first. So Scully, if you could do that, please. And they're set 2.
All right. Set 2. And Joe, you're taking the 1?
No.
David was taking the one.
David's taking the 1.
Hi.
Oh. So, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, David's 1-pointer in set 2. All right, David. Here is your 1-pointer. Who voices a Pixar explorer and plays a Star Trek general?
Bruce Greenwood?
That is incorrect. I'm sorry. The answer is Christopher Plummer.
And Maggie, you have to mic on to count
Oh.
down. He couldn't
Yeah, my
hear
bad.
you.
I'm sorry.
From Up and Star Trek
You're
6:
good.
The Undiscovered Country.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to move to Joe for Wookiee's 2-pointer in filmography. So Joe, your 2-pointer. Who plays a Wicked agent in the Maze Runner series and a CIA agent in a DC movie?
Aidan Gillen.
That is correct for 2 points. And with that, Wookiee takes back the lead, 25-24. All right. So now, Joe and David, you can confer on your 3-pointer. So here is your 3-pointer in filmography. Who plays a Disney live-action bandit leader and voices a Disney animated king?
Bandit leader's the one that's the tough one there.
Bandit.
5, 4,
What is the
3,
animation? Repeat.
2.
In what Disney
All right.
animation are? In what Disney live
All
action
right.
are?
That is Wookiee's
I'm
first
trying to think. I'm trying to
repeat.
think of the kings.
Your question: who plays a Disney live-action bandit leader and voices a Disney animated king?
Do you know who voices Triton? You remember?
No.
No.
5,
But
4,
do you have a guess for the bandit?
No.
2,
Repeat.
1.
Wookiee, second repeat. Who plays a Disney live-action bandit leader and voices a Disney animated king?
Animated.
I mean, there's only one king coming to my head at the moment, so I might just have to go with it.
Who are you thinking?
James L. Jones.
I mean,
5,
might as well.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2.
James L. Jones, final answer.
That is incorrect. The answer is Alfred Molina. He is in Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time and plays the king in Frozen 2.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I did remember him.
Yeah.
So Wookiee is at 25 after their round 3. We will now move over to the Knights of Ren for their first question in set 1, which Tim is going to take for 1 point. Are you guys
Yes.
ready?
Yep.
All right. Your 1-pointer. Who plays an MCU mother and a Mission Impossible CIA director?
Angela Bassett.
That is correct for 1 point, tying the game. All right, and Nick, your 2-pointer. Who plays a Marvel mentor and a Planet of the Apes father? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Knights of Ren's first repeat. Who plays a Marvel mentor and a Planet of the Apes father?
Chris Christopherson.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good
And
job, buddy.
the lead. All right, your 3-pointer on which you can confer. Who plays a Bond drug lord and a Nightmare on Elm Street doctor?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yaphet Kotto.
Which Bond movie?
That's Live and Let Die.
Yes.
Yaphet Kotto.
Yes.
Yaphet Kotto, final answer.
That is correct for a clean sweep of round number 3, bringing their total up to 30 to Wookiee's 25 as we head into round
That is
number
what I
4, which is the deep cut round. Let me do the technology things as I change the wheel that we're sharing. So what's going to happen is the teams picked 10 categories. They each picked 5. And can you guys see the wheel? Oh, no, I didn't add it in. My bad. There it is. And each team then the opposite team got to pick the movie. And what's going to happen is we're going to spin the wheel 5 times. And each time they're going to get a question from that movie. Here are the movies on the wheel today: the original Planet of the Apes, Solo, the First Maze Runner, License to Kill, Finding Nemo, Raya and the Last Dragon, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Order of the Phoenix, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, and X-Men: Days of Future Past. All right. Are you guys... Each question is worth 2 points, I believe. And Wookiee still has 2 repeats left, and Ren has 3. All right, here we go. Let's spin the baby. All right, your first question is going to come from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
All right.
All right, so Scully, if you want to read the first question from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
And also, sorry guys,
All right,
just
guys.
make sure that both of you mic off so we don't hear each other.
Yep.
Got it. All right, guys. Your first question in this deep cut round is going to come from Spider-Man: Homecoming. What was the final answer of the academic decathlon?
I am not used to this muting thing. All right, my bad. All right, so let's start with Knights of Ren.
Oh, I didn't even... Yeah, oh, that makes sense. 0.
All right, and Wookiee.
0.
That is both correct. And let us bring in the wheel again. All right. Your next question comes from the Maze Runner. Let me scroll on over. All right. Your question from the Maze Runner. What role in the Glade do the characters Clint and Jeff have? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Wookiee.
Medjacks.
All right. And Ren.
Medjack.
Both correct again. And we will bring in our friend the wheel. Next question is going to come from Raya and the Last Dragon.
All right, guys. Third question coming from Raya and the Last Dragon. When Sisu finds out credit won't work in Talon's markets, she offers 3 items of Raya's. Name 2 of them.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. And let's start with Ren this time.
Sorry. Dragon gem pieces and jerky.
All right. And Wookiee,
I had the gem pieces and a sword.
what do you think, Scully?
Well, we can for sure we can for sure take Wookiees. What we have on the document is dried
Jackfruit.
eats. We have dried eats. I don't know for sure if it's jerky.
So
I mean, I think
you need to make
Yeah.
a ruling, and then we will decide.
so. I think we accept it. Is my
I think we
gut
will
feeling?
accept it. If Wookiee would like to challenge, they may, but for now, we're going to accept it. So
Yeah,
both
so
teams
then
are
both
correct.
teams are
They both
correct.
get the 2 points. They are deciding.
No challenge.
Cool. Then we will bring back in the wheel for the 4th question in round number 4. And the movie is Finding Nemo. Everyone's favorite. Your question, Finding Nemo. Where is it? So many movies, you guys. All right, found it. 4th question, round number 4, Finding Nemo. What's the name of the dentist's secretary? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, and Wookiee
Brenda?
and Knights of Ren.
Barbara.
Barbara is correct. So we currently have 38 to 31 Ren, I believe.
I'm sorry, what's the
right,
score
and-
you have? Hold on. What's the score you have, Maggie?
38-31.
38-31. Yes, that's what I have.
Okay.
So no
right.
chance of a knockout here today.
And we will bring the wheel in for the one last spin. And it lands on X-Men Days of Future Past.
All right. Where is X-Men Days of Future Past? Hold on. There we go. Okay, guys. Your final question in the deep cut round in X-Men Days of Future Past. While on the plane to Paris, Magneto lists off mutants who have been killed since First Class. Name 2 of them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Ren.
Emma and Banshee.
And Wookiee?
Emma Frost and Azazel.
Both are correct. So if everyone can mute in Skype, so life is better. And at the end of round 4, we have Knights of Ren up 40 to Wookiees 33. As we head into the last round, round number 5. Round number 5 is everyone's favorite classic betting round. We will give a category, and each team will choose who's going to take that question and how many points they're going to bet between 0 and 2 points. And then the next person will have to take the next question. And again, they will pick the amount of points they're going to bet. And then finally, on the last question, should we get that far, the teams will be able to confer. We still have Ren with 3 repeats left and Wookiee with 2. Am I forgetting anything, Scully?
Nope, you've covered everything. I think
so.
we're ready to move on to round 5.
All right, your first category.
Wait, sorry, didn't Nick use a repeat in his filmography?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why
That's
it
the
went
only
from
one
4
we have.
to 3.
You have 4
Oh.
in title matches. So you guys have used
Yeah.
2, so you have 2 left. And
Sorry, that was the.
nope, that's okay. It's new, so I don't blame you. Your first category at round number 5 is going to be Worlds of DC, and I will bring in the managers.
Do you guys want to keep Skype, or do you want to Nick and Cody?
I don't need it, no.
Okay.
Thank God.
Then Nick, you just did a rewatch on this, right?
Not just, but
Do you want to take it and bet?
Well, this doesn't have to be one. We have to swing.
No, we don't have to, but I mean, it's a core geek one that they're probably going to hit. And what we have a 7-point lead.
7 point.
I'm not feeling great about it.
Then let's not bet. That's fine. But do you want me to take it then, so that you can maybe take whatever's next?
Would you bet on like a horror icons or a Disney?
If we have to.
Okay, I mean on the next question.
Oh.
It depends on if they hit this or not.
I think you should take it and bet 0.
Okay, I agree.
All right, and Wookiee, are you
guys are
good? All right,
I
cool.
think so.
So I will take out the managers and Knights of Ren. So it sounds like Tim's taking it, and what are you betting?
Zip.
All right, and Wookiee?
2.
2, and Joe, you're taking it?
I am indeed.
Okay, cool. Your question in the Worlds of DC. After being shot down during their escape from Atlantis, where do Mara and Arthur immediately hide in Aquaman?
Yikes.
Damn.
It's okay.
Five,
If the next
4,
category is Bond, I swear
3,
to God.
2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's start with Tim for no points.
Inside a whale.
And Joe?
A whale's mouth.
Both would be correct. However, Knights of Ren did not have any points. So it's still 40 to now Wookiees 35. Scully, give them their next category.
All right, guys, your next category, which you can bet points on, comes in the category of Mission Impossible.
Can we get Cody?
Yep, 1 second, sorry.
Nick, how do you feel about Mission Impossible?
If they're at the same level of what I just heard.
I think we can swing.
Okay.
And also, Nick, you're lagging a bit.
Oh, I'll leave and come back before they read the question.
I mean, I am not the best. I haven't rewatched them in a while, but I think we have to bet. If we lose here, we lose here. We just... That's it.
Are you good, Thomas?
I agree. Yeah, I agree, Dave.
All right, so David's taking this, and how much are you betting? All right, and Nick?
2.
All right,
Nick,
truly
guys,
all
hang on.
around.
Hang on a second. Nick's
hear me?
just still lagging a little bit. Yeah, you're better now. Okay.
Yeah, he's
All
fine.
right.
You still have repeats, so use them if you need them.
Okay, guys, your question in Mission Impossible. The character of Alexander Golitsyn appears in which movie in the franchise?
This is tense.
Cut the tension with 7th and 9th.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the
1.
question.
But
I believe, yeah. All right.
That was
so
Knights
that's
of Ren's second repeat.
the Knights of Ren second. The character of Alexander Golitsyn appears in which film in the franchise?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
Pens. All
All
right.
right. That is Knights of Ren's
Sorry,
third repeat.
It's okay.
The character of Alexander Golitsyn appears in which film in the franchise?
God.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with David.
I just kind of remembered something. Fuck. Mission Impossible 2.
And Nick.
Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Both are incorrect. Unfortunately, we were looking for the first film in the franchise, Mission Impossible. So that brings Knights of Ren down to 38. Wookiee also dropping down to 33. So still a 5-point game with 3 questions left.
Yes, indeed. And your next question comes in the category of MCU. So again, you can choose who's going to take it and how much you're going to bet.
You
This
take it,
locks
Nick.
it.
Yeah,
I'd go to on this.
you take it and bet too. Yep.
Joe?
Don't be afraid to use the repeat too if you have to, Nick. It's okay.
Okay.
It's not the end of the world.
Speaking of repeats, Wookiee has 2 remaining. Knights of Ren just has 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right.
just
Sounds
realized
good.
who Golitsyn was.
All right.
Damn it.
All right. So, Knights of Ren, who's taking it and how many are you betting?
I will take it and go 2.
All right. And Wookiee?
Sorry, I was muted. I will also take it for 2.
Okay. And your question in the MCU, in the Guardians of the Galaxy, when first meeting the Collector, he offers to pay Groot in advance. For what reason? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's start with Knights of Ren this time.
To keep his body after he dies.
And Joe?
His body after his death.
Both are correct for 2 points, bringing Ren up to 40 and Wookiee up to 35. So we've got a 5-point game with 2 questions left. So let's hear what the next
All right,
category.
guys. Your second to last question in round 5 comes in everyone's favorite, Disney live action.
Oh, great.
And bet 4.
Bet 4.
All 4.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
I mean, it's a 5-point game. They're going to bet 0.
Yeah, it sucks because I kind of was hoping to at least be alive in the last question, and it's basically the same situation the last time.
It's fine. We'll lose,
All right.
we'll lose by a
Good job.
point.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So Wookiee, who's David, you're taking it. And how much are you betting?
2.
All right. And Tim?
0.
0 for Tim. All right.
All right. Guys, your question in Disney live action. In the Chronicles of Narnia films, what do the Narnians call human men or women? And we only need 1.
Or so you said or.
Yeah.
Yeah. One or the other. Sorry.
You can choose one, you can choose the other.
Okay.
Name all 7 dwarves, you're booted.
Well,
5, 4, 3,
this is blue, not black.
2, 1. You good? All right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Let's start with Tim for no points.
Sons of Adam.
And David.
Sons of Adam.
Both are correct.
Oh, I did my weird sorry.
All right, so that brings Wookiee up to 37. Ren stays at 40, but we are going to go
Indeed.
to the last question.
Yes, and your last question comes in the category of DreamWorks animation. So again, you guys can confer on this. So I just need to know from Knights of Ren, would you like question 1 or 2, and then how much you are betting?
Question 1.
Yeah.
Do question 2.
You want to do question 2?
Yeah, I'm really curious about what question 2 is.
Question 2. Well, we're
Okay.
probably going to hear both, but
That one.
Shut up.
Do it. That one. Do it.
Two.
we'll take
We're doing 2.
question 2.
Okay.
Maybe not. We're doing
Very good.
both.
You're good? Okay. All right, so Knights of Ren, you want question 2, and how much are you betting?
We're going to bet 0.
All right, and
Who
Wookiee?
you for?
2.
Yeah.
2. All right, so I guess let's keep it consistent. Scully, would you give Wookiee their question number 1?
Let's do this and lose by a point.
No, no.
We get our question first.
Go to us.
Oh, do you?
Because we bet 0.
Oh, that's dumb. Okay.
It won't affect the score, so.
All right, then. I guess I will be giving Knights of Ren their question first. Question number 2. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. What village is invaded by Shen's marauders at the start of Kung Fu Panda 2?
Is it like the Rhino Village? Is that what it's called? Is that like the rhinos?
We should have taken the other question.
It's the Rhino Masters, I think. So would it just be the Rhino
5.
Village?
Repeat the
4.
question.
All right. That is Knights of Ren. Last repeat.
Stats.
Your question. What village is invaded by Shen's marauders at the start of Kung Fu Panda 2?
That's the only. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't think it has a name.
It's where he like fights the wolf guy that sounds like Danny McBride, and he sees the patch and gets all scared. But like I don't know what it's called.
Is it the wolf or the rhino?
It's the
5.
The wolves are the people that attack. Go.
3.
It's wrong, but the Rhino
Village.
One.
Final answer.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Musician's Village, but luckily you bet no points, so you'll remain at 40. And now Scully, wait. Yes.
Yeah.
No. What happens? I'm sorry.
Ask them their question.
Now
We
we
do?
ask-
Okay.
we ask Wookiee the
All right.
question.
Okay. Scully, please ask them their question in DreamWorks. I
Cody really
apologize.
wanted to hear question 2 that bad, huh? All right, guys. Your question in DreamWorks. What lion does Makunga trick Alex into fighting in Madagascar Escape to Africa?
Is it like? It's Gypsy. One of it's
What's your name? I can't remember his name.
I think it's Gypsy. Oh, it
4,
doesn't matter, but it was annoying me.
2.
Really?
Good question.
All right, that is Wookiee's 3rd repeat. You have another one. So, what lion does Makunga trick Alex into fighting in Madagascar Escape to Africa?
Gypsy is the first thing that came to mind, but it sounds weird because it's like a race of people, right? Is that in English? The guys from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
5,
But let's go with that.
4,
Right.
3, 2.
Gypsy. Final answer.
It's Pizzi.
Pizzy.
Thanks, Nick, for taking my job. But I mean, yes, Tsitsi is correct. Unfortunately, they were incorrect, which means that Wookiee will ultimately go down to 35 points. And your winner, Knights of Ren, again, bringing their record to 10-0, I believe, because
Great
they
job,
got to
guys.
show off like that. And yeah, so let me remove all of the people. So Scully, that was a match that happened. Thoughts
Yeah.
before we head into
We
prompts?
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of fell apart there in round 5 with the betting. But I think you could see the turning point occur in the filmography round. Ren went perfect. Wookiee had a couple slip ups. You know, when it comes to Nick and Tim, you can only give them so much of a cushion before it becomes too much. So.
That is absolutely true. So we will start with our unfortunate losers today. As Scully said, you guys did play really well. You swept Bond in round 2, and you really did quite well in round number 4 as well. Thoughts on the match?
Hey, we went farther than last time. It felt a little less tense in the end,
Yeah.
even though it was like, I think it was closer. I'm not sure. Like, math is not my thing. But I should be upset, but the end of the match kind of loosened me up with that. I think we respect Knights of Ren so much, and I have grown to like them both in the leagues. So not that I didn't like them before and I had to grow to like them, but like as I spend more time in calls with them, I like them more and more. So I think the tension, we had tension, but I think I am not upset. We played well, and I think we proved that, hey, we probably will be here again at some point. So, hey.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, the only question that really bothers me was only worth a point anyway, and it was just Fonseca. That's the only one I was a little bit bummed about, because I would have been clawing for that perfect round up until that point, because it was only the 10th one I got wrong after that.
And I actually knew your 2-pointer in filmography, so that sucks too, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah. I think we would have done better with set 1 in filmography, but it's the way it goes. They're the champions. They were ahead. They get to pick. We should have known both. Disappointed by Barbara. There's so many deep cuts in Finding Nemo, like all the different stores the fish have come from. I had all that down, just not that one little slither of information, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But Knights of Ren are a fantastic team. They're 10-0 for a reason. Thomas has done a fantastic job managing us all the way. I just want to talk about David for a second, because this man has got a set of bollocks on him. He come into a league playing in a division and we've seen it happen before in his second language.
Okay.
And he takes a 10-0 and at the time a 9-0 team down to the wire. Sometimes he'll miss the occasional one on translation, but to come in the second language and dominate the way he does is fantastic, and I'm so happy to have him as a team.
I really love you, but I don't think this is the match to say that.
You crushed it, man. You're still great.
I love you. Thank you.
You guys played great. However you slice it, I'm just saying y'all played great. And like I said in the promo, man, I think y'all's dedication and love for this game is unparalleled, and you guys will have a title. Might not have been today, but you guys will be back.
We'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely will. I believe you'll be headed into the fall teams tournament, and we look forward to seeing you there. Good game today, guys.
See you all
All
there.
right. Let's go over to our continued champions today. How you guys feeling? 10-0.
I'm mad at Cody for ruining our accuracy and making us pick the wrong question.
I'm upset that there was talk about love and testicles in that last one. Yeah, bollocks in English is about balls. Just to let you know, it's testicles. That's gross, Joe. This is a family freaking show. No, I'm glad I got to hear question 2. I was really curious. I needed to hear question 2. It was going to kill me if we didn't, and you didn't fucking know it. So now we know I know a spot of weakness that we can attack. 10-0. This is fun. This is getting boring. But yeah, you'll probably be back, Wookiee. Everybody says I'm going to shit on Ko. I'm not. I'm just going to shit on the rest of the league for a second. 2 players have entered this league and have been able to keep up with people, and that's Tuig joined this and didn't study fandom before, and David comes in and doesn't study any fandom films and busts his ass and watches them, and the rest of you guys don't watch shit and want to win the title. Yeah, it's not going to work unless you watch the films. So David, hats off to you. You do, and Joe came into this league also. I should have said Joe was a core geek player. 10-0. Yeah, I'm just bored. I'm really just bored. I want a team to show up. Like Scully and Coho were forced to form together, and Wookiee Mistake kicked the shit out of them. And Redshaw and Cameron, they couldn't make it. I don't know. I'm bored. Can somebody show up? Actually, how about the whole league get together, have a giant meeting backstage, talk about it. Hey, I'm shitty at this category. You're shitty at this category. I'm pretty good at this category. I'm good at this category. And we'll team up, fuck factions, and come play the Knights of Ren. Because I'm really tired. No, we're not stupid. That's stupidity. I'm not going to bet 2 every round. We're up 7 entering this round. We would have bet 2 in the first one. We would have been up 7 the entire way. It wouldn't have went to the last question. So get together, league. Say, hey, maybe if we watch these movies, we could maybe compete with Knights of Ren. And I don't know. But this is fucking boring. I'm tired. How are you 2 feeling?
I'm having a good time.
I'm still having fun.
It's fun winning, but I'm bored as shit. I want some competition.
I was very nervous after the random voice from an actor I've never heard of from Mask of the Phantasm. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. And I would like to say I think we have the most wins in Fandom team's history now at 10-0. I believe the previous record was 9-1. So I'm pretty pleased about that. 10 game winning streak. This is great. I just want to get another knockout, and we can't do that when we're playing good people like Joe and David, because when we play them, they're good. They take us to the end. We can't get a knockout. I want a knockout again. So like,
what's Necronomicon doing? No, here's my. Also, I have one thing. Can we do a triple threat teams match?
Oh my God! No.
Can we bring that shit back?
No.
Let's fucking do that. Let's have some
fun.
Four. Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring Maggie out of retirement. Let's bring Robert back. Let's do all this weird shit. Let's bring somebody in here to compete, because this league, you're clowns. How you feeling?
Ever the humble person that I am, I will point out that there is one team that has beaten us before, unofficially, and half of it is sitting in this very room. But Holtzman and Scully have beaten us before, so I'm just saying, if we want a real challenge, maybe like there's something they can.
I think they're going to.
That's accurate. I forgot about that.
The nuclear option.
But
the nuclear option may need to be called.
That being said, I had fun today. I respect Joe and David very much. I respect people who put in hard work for this and don't just expect things to come to them. So they did great. They've got another tournament to play in. They haven't lost one yet. Wouldn't be shocked to see them again later on. As for today, I heard the name Galitzin, and I was like, Tom Cruise. I can hear Tom Cruise saying it. Tom Cruise in all fucking movies. So that was the issue.
Wrong character to say it to him.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. So, Scully, any last-minute thoughts here?
I think 2 weeks' hatred for the first Mission Impossible film has finally caught up to him. It finally cost him in a match. So maybe stop hating on the first movie. It's great.
I'm gonna watch it more.
This was a great match, incredibly competitive. But like I said, at some point, Knights of Ren gets that cushion they need, and they can just coast on the rest of the way through.
Yep. All right, that is going to do it for us here at Fandom Fights. Thank you so much for watching this Mayhem at the Multiplex video. I don't know where this is in the video or when it is, but you should definitely watch the other Mayhem at the Multiplex videos, because they will be just as exciting as this. So that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.